Right, so we've just come through that muddy section behind us there, where the animals have been wallowing when it's nice and wet, packing themselves with mud, and then they're coming up to this, which is so interesting. This beautiful rubbing post, we refer to it as a rubbing post, and the animals have come up here, and you can see how it's been packed full of mud and how this has been rubbed smooth. That wood has been rubbed down with the animals scratching themselves up there. But what is happening here, so they've wallowed, they've packed their body full of mud. See if we can pull some of this mud off here. Show you that there, some nice mud. And they come up to this post, they've packed the mud onto their bodies. The mud is still wet, it attaches itself to the parasites, normally ticks. And once it dries off, they come up to the post and they'll scratch themselves, removing the mud from their body. And also the parasite, the tick that's inside the mud, will come off as well. And as much as it is for cleaning, it's also used for scratching. These animals are moving around the bush, lots of parasites, and they also get itches and scratches in strange places. And they would come up and rub themselves up against this, and you can see how they've used it as a rubbing post.
Nice and smooth. It's even got a nice shine to it.
Beautiful. Give it a nice scratch in there, and look at there's a nice big piece of mud in there. So you can also see there's different heights here. Something really big, like a big full-grown white rhino, would be standing at this height here, scratching his shoulder, scratching his bum, getting up against it. Something lower down there, something like a warthog coming past, scratching himself. Buffalo climbing over it, getting over it, scratching everywhere. Really, really nice rubbing post. But I've also just caught my eye here on this side. If we can just rotate here, come through here. Look at that. Look at that guy. I mean, you can see all the activity here, all the different animal species that are coming through here, but the one that shows out to me immediately, nice big buffalo track over there. I'm going to put my knife down next to it so you can get a reference from it as well. But there's a nice big buffalo track. Looks a lot like a big cattle track, cow. Nice big buffalo. So definitely buffalo have been moving through here. There's rhino tracks here, but look at this guy. He's been used and rubbed so much, it's even come to almost like a sharp point, the way it's been worn down. Mud all over the place. But I reckon if we put a couple of these up in the shopping malls, rubbing posts, so while you're waiting for your partners to finish their shopping and that, and you can socialise and go have a little scratch.
Have a scratch.
Have a chat with your mates. And I think that'll be great. Pass that time up in the shopping malls, and you can go past and have a smell.
Lean against it.
And have a smell and see, your mate was there. Yeah.
Or Warwick or Greg's been through here.
Warwick or Greg's been walking through here.